Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's nice to see you all again. Hi, Axiomus. Hi, Dash. Oh, Katie's in here. Hi, Katie. How's it going? Um, Ocheng, Skullpel, Circle, and Stefano. How's it going? Nice to see you guys. Um, Today, I've got one of our lovely art directors, Alex, with us. He's taken some time out of his busy day. Um, Hello, Alex. How's it going?
Hey, good. Nice to meet you. Hi, everybody.
Yeah. So Alex, you've been on here before, haven't you? I think I can't remember what was it that we got you doing last time. Was it portfolio reviews or critiques or
Last time was
something?
something for sure, and there was a portfolio review once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time, yeah, I remember we were drawing constructions of the head and hands.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was awesome. Yeah, welcome back. It's lovely to have you. So today, we've got you doing some fun drawings of some animals, right?
Yeah.
So we'll be uh, getting you to take the animals on the left and sort of warp them into something more human. You know, taking the vibe and making them more human, right?
Yeah, that sounded super challenging. I was able to pick something, and I have to admit I have no experience with that challenge here. But I thought, hey, it's gonna be fun. Let's
Yeah.
see what comes out of it. I mean, it sounds like fun. So I don't really know how to start. There are like so many ways.
Mhm.
Thanks for all the reference, Jaden.
Yeah, no worries.
They're really helpful. I really love the vibes of all of these.
Mhm.
I even put in the cartoony ones just in case. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what we can do with those.
Hmm. And if you're following along while you're watching, then show us your work in the Discord. We've got a that gorilla makes me laugh. Um, we've got a study room channel in there, so you know, show us all your work. That'll be awesome to see. We might have a little chance for you guys to get involved uh, in this stream. So
Yeah, please. So my plan is, first of all, I just sketch a few. Maybe I take this hyena guy and
mhm,
see what kind of humans I could do with that, more like from my imagination. Um, there might be already some similarities to some celebrities you might know. So you could, I mean, I could search that and draw the celebrities, but I don't
mhm.
think that works really nice. Um, I mean, this guy somehow reminds me of The Rock. Maybe it's just the expression of
Yeah,
the eyebrow. So
yeah.
I
It's
could do The Rock, but
yeah. It's like the rock meme. I remember seeing it now.
yeah, exactly. Um, so that's why I try to do it in my style and see what happens. Maybe like three portrait sketches of each, trying to make them different.
Mhm,
Um, but I just make them humanoid. That's one thing. Then the plan is like I take the color palette from those. This will also help to match the characters.
mhm.
But the question is what it's gonna be. Is it gonna be a construction worker? Like maybe this Hyena guy could be some kind of punk rock fan singer.
Mhm.
And I mean, but it could be also, I mean, it could also have the armor of Monster Hunter. Um, so I don't know, like I could do that. And then I was just looking for a party dude in Google quick and found this image of all these different
Whoa.
people from, I don't know what kind of show it is. But I thought, so this guy right here, it's a party dude.
Yeah,
He has the feel of a party dude. So I could give him this guy's outfit or that guy's outfit. So
definitely
I'm
that
going
guy.
going combine it, and maybe you guys, ladies and gentlemen, can engage and have, if you have some suggestion along the way for the outfits, please drop some links, and we can use them too.
Yeah,
Okay. So in the meantime, I start sketching.
yeah, go for it. Um,
Yeah.
Thank you, Skullpel, straight away for the hydration redemption. I appreciate that. I was feeling pretty thirsty. Um, uh, Ash loves the hyena. I like the hyena quite a lot too. Hyena looks pretty nice. Um, you're seeing Kim Kardashian in the hyena. what? Okay, I don't think I don't quite see that, but but maybe you should give that a go. Dash, I want to see your Kim Kardashian hyena. And thank you as well to Katie for the Twitch Prime subscription. I appreciate it. It's like, okay, I'm on it. Nice. Chicken Man is back. Hello, Chicken Man. Your name never fails to make me laugh. But what's kind of going through your head as you start these off, Alex?
I just want to get, okay, so I'm thinking about closed eyes. The nose needs to be maybe a little bit wider, maybe smaller, not too long for sure. The grin needs to be wide. I don't think the teeth need to be perfect. Definitely not George Clooney smile. And yeah, try to keep it a little bit cartoony. I don't want to do it realistic, because if, like I said, if I would try to make it realistic, maybe I need to dump it down later on. I'll see about it. I just, you know, try to. I like to have some kind of wild haircut that looks a little bit goofy and not really well kept.
Yeah.
So, I mean, definitely some sideburns. Yeah, so I introduce them here. And then I go for the smile. Maybe one sharp teeth. One teeth might be missing. I like to draw actually smaller, and I zoom in later if needed.
Yeah.
But I try to get the essence somehow. The chin needs to be a little bit smaller. And I like to sketch like this most of the time and to erase stuff out, make it cleaner as I go.
Yeah.
Problem with this guy maybe might be because the eyes are closed. We don't see the characters so much, but I think we can still pull it off. The eyes are really small now, the longer I look at the hyena. Maybe I put them wider apart slightly. Yep. I think the face is the most important thing. Second is the posing. But if it's going to be character design, he can be just standing. I try not to go super wild with it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, a really nice expression. Maybe he can play some air guitar or something like that. That could help.
I was gonna say he kind of makes the hyena kind of makes me think of like one of those like 1950s kind of biker guys. Like I think they're like greasers. I think they're called.
Greasers. Yeah, that's cool. If you have a reference, drop it already so I can go already to the outfit.
Let's see what I can find. Well, yeah, I can just imagine him like riding around on a motorbike with like a baseball bat or something.
Okay, cool.
He said this guy looks like he could be one of the guys on stage in Guitar Hero. Yeah, like a punk rocker.
Cool.
Let me see. Yeah, I had a lot of fun looking at a load of different animals and trying to find ones that had some nice personality to them. I think the first one I came across was like the weird was like the bat who's like doing the creepy walk.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Yeah.
We gotta. I mean, this has already so much personality.
Yeah.
Usually it should be upside down, right? Like the other side around. They just.
Yeah.
rotated the image.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's super cool. So
It's
I like that the hyena has some flies
oh yeah.
going around, but that wouldn't be pretty much punk rock. But still, I love those flies, so I just drew them. The eyebrows, yeah, we keep them a little bit soft, just indicated. You can figure it out later.
Mhm.
How it might look like. Yeah, all right. One teeth is missing. I think that's fine for the first phase.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy with it. Let's see what we do with the other ones, but before that, just deal some colors. Yeah.
Surin said he looks like he always hits on girls, but constantly gets rejected. Yeah.
Could be, yeah. I mean, that's a good idea.
Trying to find like a good sort of punk rock reference for this guy.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Kate says you're saying it's not punk rock to not shower. No, being filthy is not punk rock. Although, like, didn't the lead singer of the Sex Pistols become pretty famous from just being absolutely disgusting? Man, I typed in classic punk rock and it's just got pictures of so many old people in punk rock outfits, like the studded leather jackets and like the checkered trousers and big spiked up Mohicans.
Yeah, anything goes.
Yeah, punk rockers. Punk rock is old now. See if these will send it.
Yeah, punk is dead.
Punk is dead. Punk really is
I think
dead.
rock is dead too, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah, it sounds
there
like
was
it.
a time people were listening to rock. Now everything is hip hop, or how you call it. Is it even hip hop still, or?
Oh, hip hop. Yeah, it's just kind of. I don't know if it's still called hip hop or if it's just called. I think it's just divided into so many subgenres now that it's tough to put a label on what's what.
Yeah.
Um, hey, Sencrux, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Um, Surin says, I think a piercing would look good on him. Yeah.
Absolutely. Good design choice. This is something we need to keep. I just try to make maybe another face quick. This didn't took long, right? So I rather like maybe ideally would have 3 options of the face and would pick the best one.
Yeah.
Or I could do just full body sketches.
What's it? Who are your guys' favorite punk rock bands? Oh man, I don't know if I have. I don't know if I have a favorite like classic punk rock band, but um, there's an English group called. Well, they used to be called Slaves, but now they're called Soft Play. But they're really good. They're like a really nice punk band.
Oh, that's sweet. That's some references.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these guys. Perfect. I'm drawing this one. I feel like it's not gonna be good. I still try just to prove it
Yeah,
that it's
yeah.
not gonna be good. Let's see what happens. But I feel like I missed something, like already in those strokes feels not even close to the first one. I think the first one came out pretty nice. I'd rather keep at it. Now let's take a look at how these okay, these haircuts are really interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
cool. I like the jacket.
I like the
Boots.
trousers. Trousers are
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we can use that pattern, but in the more in those hyena colors. And
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what? Let's just go for it and give this guy a body. Already.
Dash said their favorite punk band is Bad Brains. I've never heard of Bad Brains before. I did look them up, and they look pretty cool.
Sounds like a funky name.
Yeah, an American hardcore punk band. I have to look it up. I have to listen to some of their stuff. They are a mix of punk rock, punk rock and reggae. So
Wow.
yeah. Melissa said, "I'm a bit late. Are we doing the opposite of furry art?" Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're doing the opposite. Taking animals and turning them into people. You know, you've got to counteract all the furry art that's out there. What kind of music do you listen to, Alex?
Oh, that's really, really hard to tell. Honestly, well, like I like lo-fi beats when working.
Yeah.
It's relaxing. I like no. I need no talking. It's just
Yeah.
distracting.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just turn on the radio
Mhm.
sometimes. When I need to, you know, dust clean.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I used to listen to lots of music and lots of bands, but I still know what's up out there, and I think it's important, uh, pretty much. But it's just not as it used to be. I used to listen to hip hop and rock music, but
Nice.
also trance.
Mhm.
So anything that got me in the mood.
Yeah. I feel like now it's really hard for people to pinpoint their favorite genres because it's just people just listen to everything now because everything's so you don't have everything's so accessible.
Yeah, too many choices.
Mm.
But there was some kind of niche music I remember 10 years ago. It was called Witch House. I found on YouTube, and I thought it's
Witch
pretty
House.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many types of like underground music genres. Some of them are really cool and others are super strange.
Right now, I don't feel the gesture. I really take my time for the gesture. You want to convey the mood.
Mm.
Also, take a smudge tool. It helps me. I want to push the spine out. I really would like to get a dynamic curve in there,
Yeah.
which is, you know, like this, or maybe even more confident. And I
Mm.
draw the body small because, yeah, in the end, I just blow it up or just make the head smaller. So I don't worry too much about the proportions, I mean, right now.
Mm.
But I really want to get the shape down
Mhm.
and the movement. So if it takes a little bit time, it's okay.
Yeah. So you doing it small to start off with, like how does that help necessarily? Does it just help you focus on the shape language more than the detail?
You mean drawing the body small?
Yeah, yeah. Or is it just something that
It's
happens?
one usual. I mean, in the end, I mean the great stuff here. I'm coming more from a traditional background.
Hmm.
I used to draw on paper, and if you mess up the proportions, you mess them up. So I trained a lot to hit them right off the bat as good
Yeah.
as I can. But once I switch to digital, it really doesn't matter. I can select the arm and just make him scratch his hair now, like with the
Yeah.
same hand. If I think it works, I can just move it a millimeter down until I'm really super satisfied with the pose.
Hmm.
And that's some great freedom here. So just need some time.
Yeah.
And I invested. I mean, there's also many ways how I could approach it. I mean, since this is a rough sketch, I think maybe it helps me if I put down some kind of values here.
Yeah.
So the silhouettes read better. I want him to give him a little bit of broader shoulders and thin legs.
Hmm.
Um, I want it to be a little bit stylized. So maybe I give him a slightly bigger feet and hands, and I like to push the proportions.
Yeah, that makes sense. He looks like someone who's got a lot of energy, so having that big curve in the spine as well that you want, that dynamic curve, I think will really show that off.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm aiming here for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Katie says that if she ever tries to draw, she can't have lyrics when sketching or doing line art, but lyrics when coloring is fine. It's weird how the brain works.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. Like if you have the colors and everything set, and it's just you don't need to worry about anything, and you have like 8 hours of rendering ahead of you. I used to listen to lots of audiobooks, for example.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't distract. I mean, the critical thinking needs to be done in the first parts.
Yeah.
Overall.
I used to be the same. When I was at university, I would have to listen to music without lyrics. And then I can't remember who it was. One of my friends was like, "Well, why don't you just listen to K-pop or J-rock or something? You know, so you don't have to. You can still hear the lyrics, but you just don't understand what they're saying, so it kind of doesn't really register." And so now that's mostly what I listen to while I'm working. Just music that's not in English, so I have no idea what they're saying.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
So K-pop is it?
Yeah, I listen to some K-pop and some J-rock and stuff like that. So
Cool. Yeah, I remember I used to listen to some J-trance.
oh
I
yeah.
remember that. You know Ayumi Hamasaki?
Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Yeah, I've heard of them.
There was like a bunch of Ayu trance CDs, and I loved them. And if you know the game, just by chance, called Audio Surf. So that kind of game was depending on how the music flows and the beat and the speeds was like, so there was a rail track and you had
Yeah.
a couple of bricks you had to collect, like similar to
Yes.
Guitar Hero, some kind of rhythm game, but it
Yeah.
was generated on those tracks that you like, and I thought that was genius. It was so much fun. Yeah, I was playing that with friends on a Beamer.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Man, there's I wish there was more games like that. You know, like one of my favorite games is Beat Saber on the VR. And
Sounds
really
familiar.
cool.
Is that some anime stuff?
No, so you can mod it so that any song pretty much works with it, but it's essentially your own VR, and you have these two like batons, like these two swords, and as the song is playing, you have these like bricks coming towards you, and you have to slice them with these swords. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of fun, and it's a really good workout as well because it's in VR. You just get like it gets pretty intense, especially if you play on like the harder difficulties and stuff. But that was a lot of fun. Um,
Cool. Yeah. Play that.
but yeah, there needs to be more rhythm games that use custom that you can use custom songs. Just throw in whatever song you want, and it uses some magical programming wizardry to figure out a track. Uh, he says Vib Ribbon is the best game beat game hands down. Oh dude, Vib Ribbon was weird. That's another thing when we were at uni. I think yeah, Katie was here for that as well. We were doing a game jam, and we uh we were doing a game jam, and we put Vib Ribbon on our PlayStation in the flat and just left it running the whole time. I don't know why. We just never turned it off. You'd look up and there'd be this weird uh, vector uh, like vector drawing of a rabbit just running on the screen the whole time.
Okay.
He's looking cool.
I think it's time to do the hands. Close.
I don't know, man. I think his hands look pretty good as they are right now.
Yeah, the gesture is there. Need to play the air guitar. How does it look like with that
Yeah.
camera? Ta-da! Something like this. Okay, now try to memorize it. Two fingers, these ones foreshortened, this one going back, the thumb, usual. Okay.
You should need to take a screenshot somehow.
Yeah, it helps. I try to keep that, however, in mind. So two were in the front, two were back, and one was this.
Yeah.
Knowing that, I can just now kind of try to go for it. I don't really want to copy a photo, but I think this could help.
Yeah. Nathan Paterno on YouTube says that game is OP. What Vib Ribbon? Vib Ribbon is pretty OP. Looking good. Thank you. And Dash says, I hope Alex does another body. I only just finished both heads.
What?
They were
both heads?
They only just finished. They drew two heads, and they've only just finished while you've done two heads and a body and a hand.
Okay, so some other guys are also drawing.
Yeah.
Or Leone or.
No, it's
cool.
A member of our community, Dash.
Sweet.
He said, "Jesus, that's the quickest hand drawing I've ever seen."
Yeah,
fastest hands in the West.
Okay, this hand kind of works, but it looks awkward. I think about it later, but you know, I'm coming closer to where I want to be now. Not the other hand. How does it look like?
Yeah.
Is this a mirrored screen? I don't get it. Something like this. That looks too evil. I come up with something from imagination. I hope I'll be lucky. Yeah. Let's wing it.
Do you want me to find some air guitar references? Because I think there's like an air guitar world championship.
Yeah, I heard it. How can you judge this? Like, how can you, like, no idea how it works. I mean,
You judge it by who looks the coolest. You know, who looks like they're feeling it the most.
okay, that's good. Is something.
No, someone in chat. You've ever taken part in the air guitar world championship? Speak up now. And I typed in air guitar references, and there's some real interesting ones here. Some of these don't even look like air guitar. They look really weird.
And I think this gesture could work. I want to break it a little bit, the anatomy.
Yeah.
Exaggerate it, but not break it too much, like finding that little balance. Like, so I don't like if it's, I mean, it can look like it's traced, like photorealistic. It's not what I want. It can look too simple, or some rules being broken in a bad way. So
Yeah.
then it just looks broken, and I think that's really tricky with hands. But I'm just saying, like, what I'm wishing here for. Stretching that finger out more. All right.
The air guitar world championships is judged solely on the fits and the vibes. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. I don't know what else you would judge it on. Alyssa says, "Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs?" Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? My brain is already full of SpongeBob references. I don't need more put in there.
Okay, I think this new hand here, based on this reference, is going to be more expressive and less stiff. Have confidence now and a little bit of fun doing that. But it was good to observe first.
It is crazy, like how quickly you sketch some real nice hands.
Yeah, I studied them. All the anatomy, I know like how it bends, how far you can spread certain fingers apart, and what's the radius, how they move, how many degrees the thumb moves up and down and rotates, all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know it all, but I try to observe that.
Yeah.
And then actually at one certain point it kind of clicked. And I used the ballpoint and did a hand character from imagination, figured out, okay, I can draw the hand anatomy now. And I framed it on my wall because this was like some kind of artistic breakthrough for me. I don't know how many years I've been waiting for that. Actually, it's hanging there. Maybe I can show you if the webcam is not too bad. All right. Does it work?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
So it's like I made the character out of a hand, but the hand is a character and just standing there, being a cool hand. Yeah.
That's awesome. Dash says, "Whoa, goals." I blink and he draws another hand. Oh my god.
Yeah, the best rules for hands drawings I found were like the best book, and it's really hardcore, but it is the best book. It's from Bern Hogarth. I've seen lots of anatomy books, but nobody explains this as good as he does. Some say he has some kind of spaghetti fingers. I think that's a little bit of an insult, because people's hands, if you look closely, are as individual like their faces. We're just maybe not used to look, but I mean, you can 10 different people in one room, and then if you hide their faces, you see they have different hands, they have character. We just don't pay so much attention to it, but they're quite different, like body types. So anyhow, I think that's too much hands here, so I erase this one. We don't need it. This one's cool. I use the sketch here, take this drawing, push it in here. Really exaggerated. I need to adjust the size. Taking this hand here. Oh, erase that sketch a little bit, but I leave a little bit for my like just some kind of landmark where to, so I know where to put it. So I'm like this. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Still not super happy with the right one, but it's coming together slowly. Okay, I think the legs could be a little bit longer. Yeah, not too much.
Was that book that you were talking about? Is it Drawing Dynamic Hands?
Yeah.
Is it that? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Okay. Now I just try to sketch in quick the feet, those shoes. That's pretty important to keep in mind. I really like characters, all of them, be kind of grounded, or like they need to make sense standing on the ground. When I see people not doing that, I'm not a fan. To be honest, I have to redo all that stuff, and sometimes always say, hey, before you start any sketching, think about the environment.
Yeah.
If you draw from life and you just draw figures, but the least thing you can do when you do life drawing is like indicate some kind of like with two lines the perspective somehow, even if it's loose. You learn from that a lot. It's just two lines. I think it's a missed opportunity. Of course, if you just want to practice the shadow, but even the shadow is based on some kind of logic that's related to perspective. So anyhow,
yeah,
I think
gotta make sense.
I wanted to do it fast. See if we still track here. Okay, he has some kind of a chibi wipe. Kind of like it, maybe even. Maybe I'll leave the body the way it is. It looks kind of fun. But before I make a final decision, there's some time to play around. We have 2 hours today.
Yeah, yeah.
So I try to push the quality a little bit more this time. Sweet.
Katie did a terrible joke. She was like, well, you know what they say, Alex, many hands make a Volkswagen.
Is this related to some ancient German times, or?
It was like, we're talking about hands. It's just like many hands make a Volkswagen.
Ah, all right. Many.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's like a joke within a joke. I mean, okay, that's a good one. Whose joke was it?
Well, Katie. Yeah, it was Katie's. You know, Katie.
Like Mooncolony Katie?
Yeah.
That's a good one, Katie.
She said,
I get it.
She says, sorry, it was something that her dad used to say instead of many hands make light work. And you said you had too many hands, so many hands make Volkswagens. Terrible. Terrible. I feel like at some point, Katie, we need to get you on here to tell your tractor joke. It's really good. It goes on for like 15 minutes.
Okay. Right. So
Dash actually asked, how can you check that the feet are placed correctly in perspective?
the feet are. Yeah, it's a good question. Because there's a trick I figured out, so I love to share it.
I thought you were just going to go with. I thought you were just going to say, "You'll just know. It'll just look right."
No. There's no. You just know. There's an explanation for everything. I believe. I'm
Yeah.
pretty. Most of like. I mean, everything is based on some kind of logic. So, something. Like every foot has some kind of form, and like a shoe from below could look like this, right? And let's say we just divide it a little bit, the proportions, so like this. So here's our big toe, 1, 2, 3, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is how it looks from below. All right. I copy this, transform it, and I have the perspective established, right? See? Now I can turn it a little bit to the side. Just need to give it a perspective. So that's one way to draw a foot, or I can duplicate it. How would it look from the front? I could place it down here, right? And based on that, because this is okay, it's not super correct. It would go down a little bit, but this is one thing that's for sure. I can keep for granted, like the proportions here of the main envelope silhouette of the shoe.
Yeah.
So all I need to do is now, here are the knuckles, and then I just build up more or less like a foot. So what I have in mind here, the calves are here, right? And then I just make the sole a little bit thicker, and then, you know, laces and stuff. And of course the lines don't really show this, so I quickly use a brush and give it a little bit of a volume. Render over it. Yeah, could be a shoe. Now, of course, keeping the planes in mind. Like here. Right. Think in planes. Always. And there you have some kind of a boot drawn in perspective. I think that's like, and so when I draw feet, I shouldn't, but yeah. So I always think about that kind of shape in all different ways. And yeah, draw the feet in perspective.
That's really
or
cool.
Shoes, whatever. I mean, just rough, but that helps me.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got that perspective grid down already, then it makes it a hell of a lot easier too.
Absolutely. So I just need to erase this. All right, back to work. This could be fine. Now what I wanted to try before I really go to a little bit cleaner line work here, play with the proportions. Where's my layer? There it is. That's layer 6 and 8. Okay, I fuse those. Merge. Okay, duplicate, because I want to have a backup if I mess up. Make it bigger, a bit longer. Really like how the head falls back. Now I make the hands a little bit smaller. Still big.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think it's
this hand
cool
needs
style.
to be pushed a little bit forward. like to have more foreshortening here. How do I do it? Copy. Ah, crap.
What's up?
I just picked the wrong layer. Okay, I want to have a little bit more foreshortening here. I need to. Oh no, that's was too much. Okay, now go back to this one, select it, move it a little bit forward. Some foreshortening here, a little bit, like that. I think it will look more interesting. Yeah, now I just need to redraw the jacket.
I think that's something people struggle with a lot, is getting the foreshortening right, because it can really mess with the it can kind of look like anatomy mistakes if you don't do it quite right.
Yeah, there's some ways to check it. I think I explained it in the last
Yeah.
in the last stream. I could demonstrate it another time. But
Yeah.
if you know the basic proportions, like what you really need to know, like the proportions of a figure standing in the front, side, and back view,
Yeah.
you need to know it in your sleep. Once you know that, and you know, like an arm can only reach out maximum to a certain proportion, right, to a certain point. Then you have a radius around it where you can move it. And then if like the extremer the foreshortening is, you just need to think of overlapping shapes in theory. But you can get used to that.
Yeah.
Giving some pro art tip. And I think it's pretty smart. Well, I mean, it's so obvious, right? But you know, lots of people, and me included, did nude drawings for lots of time, like what you do in art school. But then you just throw them somewhere into the drawer in some kind of box,
Yeah.
and it's it. But you can take those drawings and then play around, draw over them with another line, pencil, brush, whatever, and play within those radius and try to overlap the shapes. Try to come up with other poses, like lift the leg up a little bit more, see how far you can push it. All that kind of drawing practice help a lot. It's forgotten knowledge. I,
Yeah. You just got to experiment, mess around.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I just try to make the head smaller, and that's it.
Nice. Once again, I said at the start of the stream, but for those of you who weren't here, feel free to follow along. We're taking some animals and pulling their characteristics over into people and seeing what we can do with them. So if you want to take part, then go and grab your own references, or you might be able to see some of the ones we've got on the left there, and show us in the Discord. If you're not part of our Discord already, then join. We've got a lovely little community going on in there. We give each other tips and tricks, and you'll get access to our. You'll be able to submit your portfolios and art to our critiques and review sessions, and you'll see when we have our schedule of events coming up as well. So come along, show us your lovely work. I know Dash is drawing along. How's it going, Dash? Orc asked, is there a painting routine or exercise / study that helped you a ton at the beginning of your career?
We're talking about painting.
Yeah.
Okay. Because painting and drawing is like two sides of one coin, right?
Yeah.
For painting, I think what helped me most in the first years, I was just rendering and trying to duplicate a really nice, beautiful, photorealistic, just to prove something to myself and to others. And maybe that phase of an artist is important, but at one certain point, you just get like once you wake up and do your studies and think, oh my God, I need to sit 8 hours in front of this and try to make a photograph look like a photograph painted. What's the deal with that? But once I learned about how to arrange values, like, so what really helps is if you have some kind of landscape or a crowded scene and you start to abstract shapes, like there are three people next to each other walking. You don't draw or paint those three people, you just draw the shadow which kind of combines them all. So
Yeah.
you draw just the form of the shadow in one value, and let's say you have 3 or 5 values and you draw paint with 100% opacity. So you have the darkest dark and the lightest light in there, and then the midtones, so 5 values. And you can make an image work if you arrange it smartly, and you should do it in a thumbnail. Don't zoom in. If you do that lots of times for a couple of weeks, every day, you will get it. It will click. I think if somebody would have explained it to me earlier, I would have saved a couple of years. But yeah, I'm just lucky I found out.
Yeah.
Don't know if it makes sense, that answer, but go for it, try it. I could explain it, but I like maybe I could do a course, but I have to admit I'm more like a drawing art guy. We have much more talented painters here, so I'm not the best person to ask. But in theory, this is what I know.
Yeah. They said it does make sense. 100%. Thank you a lot.
Cool, sure thing. Okay, what am I doing here? Yeah, this might take 20 minutes or 15. When I'm lucky, 10 minutes till I get the proportions the way I want them. So do we have those 10 minutes?
Yeah. We've been going for just under an hour, so.
Okay, well, under 1 hour. I thought it's gonna be faster, but I wanted to do something that looks a little bit more refined than some quick sketches.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the hands can be still smaller and the head. It's really about millimeters now. I mean, on the screen.
Yeah.
But
it's really nice to see. It's really nice to see a different approach taken, because, as you say, we have quite a lot of more painting, more painting artists. It's nice to see one that's more drawing or sketching it out properly. It's like a totally different workflow.
Yeah, I mean, if you draw characters, I mean, you need to be able to draw. If you want those characters, to convey some kind of emotion, attitude, and you need that little believability. Is like you can only accomplish it if you draw structured. I mean, like in space, really think about the perspective and proportion. So that's what I call drawing. Yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. I get stuck a little bit.
Okay, I do that a lot. I get halfway through a sentence and then just be like, what was I even talking about at the start of this?
Okay, cool. Yeah, what I didn't do, and I should have done, but it's fine right now, I never flipped it. Now let's see the results. Okay, there we can see some adjustments we can still do. Not a fan of the jacket. Some folds here. More of a curve here. That's what I try to establish right now. So I see this curve in my mind right now, but I don't draw it. I just indicated already. Here I need more of a curve like that. here, coming from the jacket. Make the shape more interesting. So a curve here and a curve there. There are lots of hidden, I think, like even, of course, even the characters have some kind of composition.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about that too. I really like the cartoony style. I think it's fine. No, it's not. Still not happy with the hand. Okay. I need to clean up my layers. Actually, this is gonna take a little, but it's just stressing me out.
Are you the type of person that works in loads of layers?
I'm not.
No.
I hate layers, actually, because I mean, in the end, traditionally, you can do anything without layers, right?
Yeah.
I think if you learn that process, that the most fundamental, simple process, I think then Photoshop is just some kind of super candy, some kind of testosterone to push that.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. But both mediums are fine and have the pros and cons. What am I doing here?
I feel like I ask myself that every day.
I just delete a few I don't need. Good. Almost there.
Dash is at the torso and hands of their Kim Kardashian hyena. I'm so looking forward to seeing it. No pressure, no pressure.
So I merged the head. I'm really happy with it. And now I have just one layer. I draw it. Still need to get the fourth ordering right here. Something. Maybe I can just rotate the hand. Yeah. Rotate the hand a little bit.
So what aren't you happy with that hand so far?
Something's off. To be honest, I don't like the pose, but I'm just too lazy to really get it right because it will take me maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like I have those. I really want to do some more characters and not just one. But I mean, I can live with that. Okay. Now we did that. Just I wonder what's the fastest way. Just catch it. There's different ways. Maybe I just do a rough, bad color pass and put on a little bit more of buttons and rivets and designs, and then make a clean line work. I mean, you need to know, is it gonna be some, I mean, if I want to do a clean line work or if I just want to render it. But when I would design a character, I wouldn't think about rendering or light situation, how light affects it and everything. I would just think of like how much red, how much black, or how much I put in there. Basically, like, so this photo right here has a lot of, like, I'd say,
it has
so I put it down like that. I think this is gonna be a good way. I need to explain it because this is what I'll be doing now. So this guy here is like, has so much black here, then that much black at the bottom, so much red, skin tone, and red again, and a little bit of a blue accent. I wouldn't think of rendering. This is like the essential key for a character design. Now you have those colors. Okay, he also has a little bit of yellow here and there. Makes it funky. But that's his character. This is how it works. Local colors, right? That's how you call it. So you need to, and this is designed like, it would look boring if I would have half of it, if he would 50%. 40% black and 40% red. That looks pretty boring,
Yeah.
right? So, and maybe even half of it would be blue. That's even worse. Looks not interesting.
Yeah.
So you need to be really smart with those local values, like how much do you want to put in there. So I'd say decide on a main color, then a secondary one, and so far and so on. This is what we do with the hyena guy now. So let's check this out. Now, maybe I do nah, okay, I don't have time for clean line work. Let's go for it. So he's going to be, there will be some dark brown in there. I think the jacket could be dark brown.
Yeah, it could be like a brown leather.
Hold on. Actually, if I really want to make it right, you know, if you really want to make a good character, you would, I would duplicate this guy and then make 3 variations.
Yeah.
And then pick one. Just so you know. I mean, if you want to do portfolio stuff, right now I'll be just winging it because time.
Yeah.
And all right.
Yeah, because that's what you would do with a client, right? You'd give them multiple choices and then let them pick.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't like it. That's not colorful. Like the brown dark leather jacket. I see that with Leon Kennedy in Resident Evil, and
Yeah.
too much stereotype. No, we're not do that. We're not doing this. So I figured that out already, which is good. So we have something we won't go for. I want him to have a white one.
Oh, nice.
Bright. So just keeping that idea. Then something of darker brown. The trousers. Nah. I need a multiplay. Okay, so darker brown shoes. And the shirt might be some dark brown. Still, there needs to be some skin color. Yeah, I'm drawing small, by the way. It saves time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go into too much details. We're just figuring out the design here. So
you could probably get some you could probably get some more color variation in like a logo on the shirt or something.
Absolutely, but these are details. I save them for later. I really want the main shapes to work, and also oh my god, do I have so much layers already? Crap. So main shapes. See, I really like this block here and those small legs, and those chunky boots. I did that on purpose. So and I want now find the right colors for them, and then for the buttons. Once this is established and I'm really sure how it works, like I'm really sure it works, then I can figure out where to put on the buttons, the rivets, and maybe play a little bit around with patterns and zippers. Yes, lots of zippers, right?
Yeah, you gotta get the zippers in, or even like is it like the chain, the pocket chains?
Yeah, we'll do that. I think this guy is not funky enough. I will try to give some of that. Let's see how some of that purple might look like. Looks ugly, but I want him. I mean, you know, it's punk rock. Doesn't need to. I mean, they want to They don't want to look like the polished snob, which might be the opposite of a punk rocker. You know,
Yeah.
tell me some kind of singer, pop star. It's like the opposite of a punk rocker.
Like,
Okay.
for some reason, the first person that came into my head was Taylor Swift. Just because I've just been hearing so much news about Taylor Swift recently.
Okay, that's good.
But
I was thinking of now I remember Michael Bublé. Don't know if you know
yeah,
this
Michael
guy.
Bublé. Yeah.
Yeah, Bublé.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's nearly Michael Bublé time. December is coming up quick.
Oh yeah. I saw some videos. I thought they were quite cringe, and I wondered if he did that on purpose or if he's serious. But I forgot the name. But there was one song. I was like, holy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
You know, in the UK, there's a supermarket chain that has hired Michael Bublé to be their like Christmas spokesperson, basically. Like, there's an advert of him like singing a Christmas song over like the intercom that they have in the store. It's just like, what the heck?
okay, but in the end, I'm sure some people came, right?
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
the magic of Michael Bublé. Uh,
yeah, yeah. That's the Christmas magic of Michael Bublé.
um, so I think I'm getting there.
Hmm.
Really, I would like to play with buttons, zippers, and
Yeah,
gradients. I'd like maybe he could have some kind of pattern that reminds us of a hyena.
yeah.
But there are different kinds of but maybe instead of patterns, which is too obvious, we could just have a little bit of dirt on his
Oh
trousers
yeah.
here and there, and or on his jacket. Like it could be bleached out in some areas. Maybe it was brown at one point. Who
Hmm.
knows? But this is what I like to indicate now. Um, yeah.
Yeah, you don't always have to go with that like first uh instinct.
Then he needs a logo. So I would just make a really, really cheesy skull because I would go and research some punk bands and I would do
Hmm.
a logo of a punk band that's not out there but reminds us, like resembles one.
Yeah.
So this is just more like a placeholder, but it shouldn't be white. Somebody today told me of some kind of there's some kind of horrible pink color which is not nicely accepted in Asia. So if you have a sweater that is pink, um, then you're really quite a badass if you have the guts to walk around there in a pink sweater. It's
Thing.
so ugly, they say over there, and it's pretty punk rock and provoking. And that's funny that it came up today somewhere in a conversation in a meeting. I think it was Arthur. Arthur was it?
Oh, it's
Ah,
Arthur.
okay.
Yeah.
He explained it. Now he was wearing a pink sweater and he was pretty, he felt really confident today. So I learned something. Thanks for the input, Arthur. Uh, so yeah, I think I need to push a little bit the saturation on his shirt.
Yeah.
Cool, to make it a little bit more, hardcore pink.
Hardcore.
Is it pink?
Yeah.
Actually, it's purple. Where's pink?
Katie said it's fatal Barbie pink.
Yeah, fatal Barbie pink. Oh my god. Yeah, it's shining, it's glowing. Maybe it's a little bit too much. Needs to work from afar.
Oh, it
Yeah, it's
actually
good.
is. It actually is called like Deadly Barbie Pink or whatever.
Yeah,
What
right.
the heck?
Sweet. Cool. since we're at it. Just make the teeth a little bit whiter. So
hey
they
Joel,
pop out from afar.
greetings from Argentina. Greetings from the UK. Do you recommend learning all of the muscles of the face to make better portraits? What do you think?
A good question is, do you know the proportions of the face and the structure and the planes?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Because
about the planes.
if you don't know like how to draw a face, front view, side view, like in your sleep, there's no way, no reason, no need to draw the muscles, but if you know all the proportions, then you can observe by sketching, and you will with time learn the muscle anyway by sketching a couple of different expressive faces, laughing, smiling, crying, being in joy, whatever. So I would say anatomy is not super necessary, knowing every muscle. Once you do a little bit of study here and there, you just memorize it easily. Yeah, it's just about how much you draw, but really, I cannot stress out enough just that you really need to know the basics. As boring as it sounds, but there's so many fun ways as well to learn the basics. Yeah, maybe there's gonna be a course, and I can explain it, make a video about it, sum it up, put it online here at Mooncolony.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Joel said, yeah, but I suddenly have problems to know the bumps between the features. Should I practice planes of the head instead? Thank you for your answer. You know, it might be helpful for you to watch the stream that we did with Alex last time, because that was kind of all around drawing heads and hands and stuff like that. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, getting the details between the main features, all of the bumps of the face and stuff.
Okay, now we'll just give him all the piercings, all those little details. So this guy has something hanging down there. Maybe we can put a little bit of motion in there.
Yeah.
Just really roughly. I don't need to. I'm just think about the shapes, and it works already and helps. Then a little bit more here and there, basic stuff. Maybe piercings. I don't know. Do they have piercings? You know what's really hardcore? I love those implant people.
Oh yeah,
implants. That would be hardcore. I think it's too hardcore. I mean, we wouldn't recognize it so easily, so let's rather not do it this time. You could have some tattoos, right? Did they have some tattoos? Yeah, I would go now. I would research a little bit more, just to give him as much, like tell a story with those details.
Yeah.
But yeah, zippers are cool here and there. Zippers at the bottom. It's a little bit cartoony, but there, on the other hand, it exaggerates the attitude I was trying to get here.
Yeah.
And yeah, so think it's fine. He needs to have that belt. Actually, we can also. No. Why? We can steal that. See how it works.
I think hyenas are just inherently quite a cartoon. Like they're basically a cartoon animal anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah, agree. Maybe that's why. That's already easy for me. Maybe that's why I went for the hyena guy in the first place, just to make sure I did it. Just
You had to pick an animal
Okay.
You had to pick an animal to like be a cartoon. It would be a hyena. They're just so expressive.
So you see, I just stole the belt here. Just do some photo bashing, and photo bashing is not a bad thing. In the end, I have to draw it, or in the end, you have to look at those kind of belts, how they're drawn, do studies, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you have the foundations done and know how to get a certain result, because that's all what matters is the result. Result, right? Is that
Yeah, result. Yeah, yeah.
result? All right, thanks.
It's okay.
Yeah, a couple of spikes will make it much more interesting. So I sketch in a couple lines. Now I would add more details here and there, maybe some chains. Chains would be cool. I don't know if there were chains.
Yep.
I think they do. Maybe they have headbands or whatever. Not headbands, but collars. Is that something from a? Let's check the other reference. What do we find? Oh yeah, locks
Yeah.
hanging down. Chains.
Yeah. Yeah. They
Man,
love the
awesome.
chains and locks
Ripped
and stuff.
jeans. Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
why not? Okay, let's go for it.
They're ahead of their time.
Absolutely. This is nice.
Yeah.
So drawing that in.
Thank you for the
Yeah, that's cool.
Twitch Prime subscription, by the way. We the Kern, thank you so much. It's much appreciated. Enjoy your emotes. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think punk definitely had a big impact in the UK at least. Like punk was huge for a long time.
Yeah, youth always finds a way to rebel somehow.
Oh yeah,
That's so what yeah, I mean there needs to be some kind of I forgot the word right now. What am I doing? I'm rendering this actually. I should be thinking about the design. Oh my god, is that zipper open? Did he do it on purpose?
Oh yeah, I think it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we learned something today. I mean, you can have the zipper open.
Yeah, you're allowed to have
That's
the zipper
really
open.
provocative.
Yeah.
But it sells the attitude. I
Yeah.
like that. I'm not gonna do it today. I'll be thinking about it. We still. I mean, he needs to have 5% of Taylor Swift and Michael Bublé. So that's why we don't go too far.
Yeah.
I don't want him to have the T-shirt ripped. It's enough if the jeans is ripped. The shirt is gonna be fine, and then
I bet everyone who was like watching this in the background and heard, "Oh my god, is his zipper open?" just instantly turned and looked. I can guarantee it.
Okay.
Punk was born in the UK. Yeah, well, yeah, I have heard that. And then you look at us now. There's nothing punk about the UK.
That's too much in your face, even for a placeholder. Okay, where was the just something I need to come up with. I mean, it takes time. I mean, actually, we're going into graphic design. Respect the graphic designers to come up with something, and then you have to do actually, if you want to have high quality work, do that as an artist here with character design. So, I think let's leave it the way it is. And am I happy with this guy? Yeah, I would say yeah. Now we'll just make a clean line work and then think about how we could maybe color it nicely in some kind of cinematic way, maybe.
Sure.
Oh, I also wanted to actually to have some patterns on the trousers. Let's take a look at the hyena before we say we're happy. Like did we got the spirit? I think so, more or less.
Yeah.
It's fine for first try. All right. On to the next one. How much time do we have left?
We have about 35 minutes.
35.
Yeah,
God.
time just flies,
Time
man.
flies.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this guy in 35. Who's it gonna be? Should I start with the pose?
Yeah, for
Maybe.
sure. That's like the biggest. That's the biggest thing on this bat is the pose. They either I really can't tell if they look kind of shy or if they look like they're sneaking around like a vampire.
Absolutely right. It's a shy, sneaky vampire.
Yeah, it's a shy vampire. Yeah, he's so embarrassed.
Yeah.
That's funny. We the Kern said, I remember my punk buddies in the Soviet Union using whatever they could to style their hair, beard. Wait, beer and snot was popular. Oh no, that's so gross.
Not?
Oh,
It's hardcore.
that's nasty. I take it back. What we said earlier about being clean as punk, I take it back. Being dirty is punk as hell. Beer as well. I can't imagine. I don't know. Clearly it worked. That's crazy. Dash said the bat is like, oh, sorry.
So what?
The bat is like doing like a super cute, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry.
Ah, okay.
I just think it's hilarious. I love it.
I think maybe I should have made. I mean, could have been female version. I mean, what is this like? Is this supposed to be a sorcerer? Now we had the punk rock thing. I'd really like to know what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But maybe let's try and start with the head.
He also looks like he could be a boxer going in for a punch.
I mean, those cute eyes.
Yeah.
Like so open and curious.
he's a cute boxer. Yeah, I don't know. Chat, we need help. What's this guy's what's this bat's job or role? Like a vampire is, as my lecturer from uni would say that vampire is 2 first level consciousness. It's like what your mind instantly goes to.
Right, subconsciousness. Let's be a little bit. Maybe let's make something really fantasy-like. It just need to look humanoid, so whatever it is. Let's see where it takes us. Human or humanoid? Like, what's the topic here?
Originally, I mean, normal. My first idea was to do human, but if you're gonna take it in like a kind of fantasy direction, I guess as long as it's humanoid, it's probably fine.
Okay. I think I had some kind of sorcerer here, but I'm not sure if this all the skulls won't work. And all that gold won't work unless it's some kind of dark gold. Maybe we can go for something like that. Thinking about the shapes. I really love the ears.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm drawing a little bit stylized, so that helps me to
Dash, I've never heard of a shy boxer. How would you even tackle such conflicting character traits? Just give him big eyes, big eyes, and make him look like he's really apologetic about hitting you in the face. Or have him like slowly, like he's doing like a block like this, but he's like just peeking out from around the corner. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Oh man, that file is big. Needs some time to mirror. So if anybody has some, I mean, did we had some suggestion? I heard boxer, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has a boxing stance. I mean, why not?
I don't know if you'd. I don't know if you'd get like
Boxing is a good idea, actually. I really like it. To me, sorry, I didn't just.
No. Yeah, it'd be cool.
Having that rough here.
Yeah, because there's
crap.
There's so much like I feel like there's so much going on with that bat that I can't unsee. You know, like I look at it once and I think he looks really shy and innocent, and I look at him again and he looks really sort of villainous.
Yeah. It's a funky boxing stance.
Yeah.
But it could be a nice boxing stance. Let's see how it works.
Either that or he's like, you know, when you have like a magician that has like a big cloak and he's like swishes it and runs away. He like just sweeps his cloak and runs off.
If it's gonna be a boxer, I don't know in the end. But we have something here. Okay, let's try and make a box. It's a nice idea. Face looks so creepy.
Yeah, it does look creepy face.
I mean, the one that I drew looks kind of creepy. Need to tweak the eye, but on the other hand, those eyes are so big, and if I would make them small, I'd lose it. And he is a weirdo in some kind of way. Like the reference looks weird, so this guy needs to be a weirdo.
Yeah.
Somehow, but how to draw a weirdo? Well, everybody that doesn't look like Taylor Swift, I guess. It's already weird enough.
We're just using Taylor Swift as our anti-reference at this point. We don't want Taylor Swift. No Taylor Swift and no Michael Bublé.
Yeah. Okay. Looks stupid. How can I believe in this guy? Like, I really need to believe it's gonna be something.
Yeah.
And let's just keep on sketching. So, he skipped leg day. This is something we all can agree on, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he has a really weird boxing stance. I think I could exaggerate it.
He's what they call a Dorito build. It's got really broad shoulders, but then it just kind of goes into like a little triangle. It just looks like a Dorito.
Yeah, unfortunately, we go for that. Should have made Kung Fu Panda or something else, because I think this guy is already same art, like same thing.
Mm.
So it's not really exciting. But yeah, let's see where it takes us. Yeah, takes us somewhere. Not where I want it to be. I think I'd like to make the body a little bit smaller.
Oh. You disappeared for a second, but you're back. Fine.
Oh, okay. How much time do we have?
You have just under half an hour, just under 30 minutes.
Okay. Maybe we can do something. Just start over. So he doesn't look, I mean, his eyebrows should be as neutral as possible. He should have
Yeah.
some normal look about the nose. I don't know what, like
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get those eyes right.
yeah. In the end, I'm sure color will help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I just try to, in 30 minutes, try to make it quick and make sure we can color it somehow. So he's a boxer, right? So
Yeah.
I can draw some boxing gloves. That saves me lots of time.
Got those bowling ball arms.
Hairline needs to be more down.
Nice. Do you watch much sport, Alex?
Yeah, I'm a big basketball fan.
Oh, nice.
I love basketball. I play it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you're tall enough to play basketball.
It's fine. I mean, yeah, it helps. Like in the parks, yes. But if I would play it with some real basketball sports team, it's not so fun. I would get blocked all the time.
Yeah. Circle says, "Go Harlem Globetrotters." Are they still around? Are they still a team?
What is this? Like, they have another name maybe now, right?
I honestly don't know. The only thing that I know about the Harlem Globetrotters were that they were in a Scooby Doo episode once, and that they are a basketball team, or were, I don't know. They're a demo team. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, heard of that. There's must be an interesting story behind there.
Yeah. Does that mean that they never really played basketball and they were just like industry plants? We don't really get basketball over here. Like it's not a big sport at all in the UK.
Neither it is in Germany.
Yeah.
So, but Germany is pretty soccer addicted.
Yeah.
And I'm an artist. Maybe that's the reason I need to do something different
Yeah.
because I'm always curious. I don't know.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I used to play soccer as well. But if I compare it to basketball and just watching soccer, where they like need 90 minutes for 3 goals and a little bit of action, basketball is just much more
Yeah.
action packed. It's like Michael Bay movie.
Yeah. Yeah, imagining a Michael Bay basketball movie would be nuts.
Oh yeah,
So many
oh yeah.
explosions everywhere.
Yeah, actually, maybe he should have done Space Jam too. That movie was so bad.
I didn't watch the second one. I was too scared.
You're good. Yeah, you shouldn't. Don't
Yeah,
waste the time.
yeah. The first
It
one
was
was my childhood.
oh sweet. Yeah, we have a stance now. Without much tweaking around, I just tried to hurry up.
Sure.
Maybe he's a boxer who's entering the ring. He could be a boxer that's doing some promotional shots. So in
Yeah.
this case, once they enter the ring, they have a little bit of ropes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I remember. So with that, we could play around and give him some kind of wings or something.
Yeah.
And let's try it. But I think I have the line work down. Almost. But it's clean enough to put some colors on it. Just need
Nice.
to get the face done. So as a boxer, maybe we can give him more of a boxer nose.
Yeah. Yeah. Break his nose a little bit. Okay. Circle says the Harlem Globetrotters are an American exhibition basketball team. They combine athleticism, theater, and comedy in their style of play. That's a
Is
lot.
this like some kind of quote from Wikipedia
Yeah.
you post?
Yeah, I think it's
Ah,
got to be. Circle, if you wrote that, then you need to also write a bunch of Wikipedia articles, because you have the perfect language for it. Yep, it is taken from Wikipedia. No, I'm not much of a sport person. The only sport that I really watch is climbing, like bouldering. I
you
think
can
that's
watch it?
yeah, yeah.
Are there like competitions, like who's
Mhm.
gonna climb up highest, fastest, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah.
interesting. Never
Mm.
heard of that. I mean, it's like sounds as niche, not so niche like
Mm.
those lumberjacker sports where they do like
Yeah,
a bunch of
yeah,
stuff with the axe and the saw all in a
yeah,
certain amount of time and a
yeah,
time limit. Okay, cool,
yeah.
interesting.
It's yeah. As Dash said, rock climbing's in the Olympics now. So like bouldering is in the Olympics. Um, it's
Yeah,
actually fun. It's really fun to watch. A good spectator sport. Because they, there's a route that gets set up, and then they don't see the route until it's their time to climb it, and even then they get like 30 seconds to analyze the route, and then they just have to go. Then they have to go and actually do it.
oh,
So
okay.
it's pretty cool. But yeah, like rock climbing, ice climbing is another good one to watch. Ice climbing is crazy.
Wow, I
Yeah.
really need to check it out
Mm. There's
after that.
there's Red Bull. I think there's an app that you can get on your TV and stuff. It's the Red Bull app, and they recently held a a competition on this like massive dam that's like 100 meters or 200 meters or something off the ground. It's pretty high up, and that was really cool to watch. And you can just watch that for free. But I started doing my own bouldering earlier this year, but then I injured my ankle doing. I injured my ankle getting out of a car, and so I had
What?
to stop. Yeah, I know.
What did you do? You got what? Hit by a car?
No,
No.
I was getting
What?
out of the car. I literally got out of
How
a
does
car, and
and
like I got out, and the pavement wasn't where I thought it was, so it like twisted my ankle, and like I think I sprained it. It was so stupid. It was so stupid. But
okay.
my ankle hasn't been right since, so I haven't been climbing in months.
Thanks for not making me letting me comment on that. But yeah, shit happens.
Yeah,
Watch out, people, if you open the car door
if you
thinking to.
get out of a car door, yeah. I need to fluff up my story a bit more. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Maybe I'll tell people I got attacked by a bear or something. He
That's
nearly ripped my foot off. Does playing Baldur's Gate count as bouldering? Yeah, sure. Of course. Yeah, of course it does. It's right. It's right there in the name. The pavement temporarily disappeared. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I went to get out of the car and there wasn't any pavement there, and then yeah, it trapped me. The oh whoa boxer. Oh no. Oh no. Just letting you know, you've got about 15 minutes.
good. Thanks.
No
All
problem.
right, I think we can do something in that amount of time.
Mhm.
For that, I just. What did I do? I flattened everything. Shouldn't have done it. Okay. Cleaning this up. So I like to have to make sure that the outline, that there is no, like all the lines are connected, the whole
Uh-huh.
silhouette.
Yeah.
Because if it is, I can just select it once,
Mhm.
invert, and fill it with one. Holy crap! With one color, like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just make the file a little bit smaller so I can color it faster. Come on, Photoshop.
I was gonna say, what size file is this? It's huge.
Yeah, I have like this 100%, and my screen is 4K.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's pretty huge. Now in this phase, I would look around and find the right colors. Somewhere looking at
Mhm.
some photographs. It needs to be something of bluish and purple colors,
Yeah.
and maybe some white rim light. But to make the white rim light work, I need gray background. Well, let's see what we can do here with what we have. I need some of that.
Oh, you can't steal from the hyena. It's cheating.
Well, like if I see the right color already, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I could pick it pretty close if I concentrate long enough.
Yeah, well, there's no point.
But I'd rather, yeah, exactly. I'd rather
Yeah.
save some time.
As interesting as it is, I'm sure, to watch you color pick for 5 minutes trying to get the perfect color.
Um,
If anyone's following along, then let us know how you're getting on. I don't know how many people are joining in, but it'd be cool to find out. Don't forget you can share your work with us in the study room on our Discord. Or if you just get so far as sketches, then feel free to put it in the sketches channel instead. Whatever works. I've just noticed you've written ice climbing as a little note to yourself at the top of the page.
yeah, I'll be checking it out. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm curious. I try to imagine it, and it looks pretty extreme. I really have just to take a look at the picture.
Yeah. I can send you some stuff after this.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
I'll write myself a note so I don't forget.
Using some color dodge here. It's the easiest way to set up some studio light.
I could never remember what all of the different layer modes do, so I just tab through them all until I find the one that does what I want it to do.
Yeah, that's what I still do.
Yeah.
Today I just learned about. I mean, I didn't learn, but somehow at work I had to. Some artist was using that, so I had to go into YouTube and type like into Google and type in color dodge because I don't use it. I know it, but
yeah.
you know. And then I was I saw immediately some Rostrand videos, and that was pretty informative.
Yeah.
So I want to try it. It's cool. It's a really nice effect. Quick coloring, just to setting up the light sources here and there. I think. Not sure if I mean, he looks like a weird boxer. I can't. I mean, the colors is there. Maybe tattoos would help. Some kind of cloak and alterations of the face. But yeah, since we went to the boxer theme, I think this is fine. What else can we do here? Maybe play with lighting. Some out of ideas.
I like how his hair kind of looks like the ears, you know, like they flick out a bit at the sides.
Yeah, I tried to do it on purpose. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
so happy
welcome.
that you see it.
Yeah, it's cool. I think a boxer was a tough choice. I think boxer was a tough choice to do.
It was, yeah. Let's put these guys all next to each other. I think I'm done here. So I have to say that boxer was just style-wise same results, but it was just way faster.
Yeah, I think they look cool.
Yeah, we hit the stance mostly.
Yeah.
I think for a first sketch is fine. But we could have made a vampire guy as well, or some kind of magician.
Yeah.
Would be nice to do some different body types and female version at least. But yeah,
oh
man,
yeah,
I was really thinking how to do that guy like human. I thought it looks like an old, chubby, weird creep. I think if I like If this guy would be human, he might look kind of creepy. I don't know why. It works in the anime, but
Yeah. I had
um,
that same thought as well. It's one of the reasons why I picked
yeah.
it because I was like because I was like
Oh,
I
cool.
was because I was like this would be really funny because in the anime it's just quite like a wholesome or like funny moment, but in real
Yeah.
life it would be so weird.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. Okay, so he set up a trap, but that's a funny
yeah,
one.
I did. Yeah, it's funny. Now you've said doing like a feminine one or like a female one, like I could totally see um the bat being like a pin-up character or something. Yeah, that's
This
really
one?
cool. Yeah. You know, like they've got their leg poking out of the dress and or something, and trying to be seductive or something like that. That'd be funny.
How much time do we have?
We have 7 minutes. Oh no, 6 minutes.
May- that's not even, I mean, maybe enough for a gesture, but I really don't know how to. Um,
Speed draw. Skullpel said like a Middle Eastern dancer. Yeah, that could work too. Oh, we're getting all these ideas now. Where were they like half an hour ago? It's like when you're put on the spot to come up with ideas, it's really difficult. But as soon as you don't have to think about it anymore, they just all come flooding through. Yeah.
nah, I'm done. My energy is over. I'm just don't want to draw this pose again. Maybe let's see if we can do any kind of ad with the fox. Yeah, if anybody has some kind of question, let me know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this would. Mhm.
no, I was going to say if anyone has any last minute questions, we've got a few minutes left, so go ahead, ask away. Uh, I like this. I like the fox as well. I think he looks really cool. I like these kind of exercises though. It's one of the reasons I've been wanting to do on something like this on stream for a while. I think it's always really interesting because you can come up with so many different ideas.
Yeah, it's all about the ideas, to be honest.
Mm.
I think next time, if ever. But it was fun. I really liked the challenge. Um, I would just prepare a little bit better. Or I mean, I preparing, but I needed at least I would need 1 hour to get the
Mm.
right reference. Like, okay, we have those animals and what it's gonna be and what kind of accessoires does
Yeah.
the punk dude use just to make it,
Mm.
just to have some kind of a guideline. Um, it's really tricky. It's all about the preparation and then getting the
Mm.
ideas. I mean, I think drawing wise, we can do anything, even if we screw up here and there.
Yeah.
But
I think there's value in seeing the ideation as well. Just sitting there and going, well, what can I do with this? So it's nice. Although it probably makes it a bit more stressful for you. it's it's nice.
that's okay. I'm good.
This is nice.
That's stupid. Those ears. Yeah. Um.
Oh, oops. Those ears. This is like a no, like a character in an anime or something that dresses up like a fox with the ears and stuff.
Yeah. Pretty much. There's a name for that, right? I'm sure.
Don't know, I mean, you've got like the furries, but they wear like actual fursuits. I don't know if there's a name for just people uh, who have like fox ears and stuff like that. I'm not
I
sure.
like Resident Evil. So there's a way that you can have infinite ammo,
Yeah.
and once you unlock it, then you have like your character wears those cat ears.
Oh, really?
Looks ridiculous, but kind of funny. So yeah.
Oh, a kitsune. That's what a dash six a kitsune. That's the one. They look like a fox.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I think that's time. Yeah, I think we're pretty good.
Cool.
But thank you so much, Alex, for taking some time out of your day and coming and doing this for us. I hope you enjoyed it.
Sure, it was fun.
Yeah,
Anytime.
yeah, something a bit different. But
Cool.
yeah, thanks everyone else for watching. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming along in chat. And if you've been following along with us or doing your own versions, then be sure to show us in the Discord. I've said it a few times already, but we would love to see it. And you can join us again on Friday because we have a new artist joining us on Friday, Alex Heath. It's their first time streaming with us, so be sure to
Oh,
come along
sweet.
to that. Yeah, he's
Yeah, I check this out too.
yeah. Please do. He'll be doing something a bit more educational. Something about taking your images from black and white to color and that whole process. Because I know a lot of people have been wanting to know about that in a bit more detail. So, but it's another Alex that we have on the stream. That's like 3 or 4 now, I think. But
Wow. Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
No, 4 now.
But no, thanks again, everybody, and I will see you all Friday. But until then, enjoy the rest of your week, and goodbye.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.